Let's begin today's Vanguard news with just 2 card reveals for Liael and Liael Draconis, since Bushiroad is saving up all the juicy reveals for their PowerPoint presentation later. One who arrived at Paradise Flores while in your drop zone lets you pay 1 Soul Blast when your grade 3 or higher Liael Vanguard is placed during your raid phase, or pay 0 Soul Blast if you don't have a rear guard with the same name as this card to call herself to rear guard. And while on rear guard, give one of your units 5k power when she boosts while your world is Stray Garden, but she's retired at the end of your turn if you use this ability. Just when I thought Maple couldn't get any more clones, this one in particular copies the grade 1 Maple, but without the restand ability. One who arrived at Paradise Belna while on rear guard gets 5k power if your world is Stray Garden. And while on rear guard, he gets an extra crit when he attacks if he was stood by your grade 3 or higher Liael Vanguard's ability this turn, and his critical was not increased by other abilities except by trigger effects this turn. But he goes into your soul at the end of that battle. Also, you can pay 1 Soul Blast with the same name as your Vanguard when he attacks, and your world is Stray Garden, to get 10k power for that battle. Not only did Liael borrowed Thegria's homework, but she also copied Eva's work as well. If it wasn't obvious, this card is a Dex obscured clone with extra steps, but he can't intercept, and has no shields. Knight of the Vastos when while on rear guard, gets 2k power for each card in your bind zone when he boosts, and you have a grade 3 or higher Liael Vanguard. With how much standard has become a 5k to 10k power buff game, players are going to have a hard time calculating power for this card, since players have been conditioned to use shortcuts. Finally, Knight of Severance Celevant lets you pay 1 Soul Blast when she's bound by your Liael Vanguard's ability during your turn to call herself to the back row rear guard, but she gets bound again at the end of that turn. And while on rear guard, she gets the boost ability if you have a grade 3 or higher Liael Vanguard. This has got to be the worst triple rare in the set and a shitty replacement for Almov. You're paying a Soul Blast just to get a 10k booster that you'll lose at the end of the turn, and she doesn't even replace herself with a draw. This card's only redeeming quality is it can help end games early. This otherwise loses value turn 4 onwards. And that concludes this Vanguard news without the bullshit. Special thanks to my Patreon members for continuing to support my content creation. Be sure to subscribe and let me know in the comments if Liael actually deserved the win for once last week due to her really good double rares.